can you hear me?
I can hear you. Papa, can you hear me? Yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, how are you? How are you?
I'm really good this week. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I did have the theme tune to Raggy Dolls in my mind for an entire day this week.
Oh, torturous.
It was torturous,
Yes.
frankly. Raggy Dolls.
Loved it.
Raggy Dolls.
Yeah. Do you remember Rose and Jim?
Just to be. I'm just making sure that everyone now has that earworm.
I don't think you should say earworm.
Why?
I don't like the idea of a worm in my ear.
No. Okay, fine.
Nobody does.
All right.
So, hello, welcome to Don't Laugh But. I'm Kirsty Hudson.
And I am Rebecca Elliott, an author of books.
Yeah.
You are a comedian of funny.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am.
One of my little highlights this week was singing Lady in Red to you on the way back from a gig.
Oh, yes.
And I in no way think that you thought was awkward.
No, it wasn't. I mean, everyone in their life should have you sing that to them.
I think so. I think it was beautiful.
It just makes your day.
Dance, looking for a little romance.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes your day. It gives you nightmares, but it does make your day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well done.
You're listening to, and possibly even enjoying, Don't Laugh But with Rebecca Elliott and Kirsty Hudson. Two morons giggling their way through life.
So Toby's just started big school.
Big school.
So that's great. And he comes home, it's brilliant. He said, Mummy, I was telling a new friend, we were on the computers, we were allowed to look at sort of websites and stuff. And I was telling him all about that you write books. And I was like, really? Oh, honey, that's lovely. It's like showing off that my mum writes books. That's amazing. He's like, yeah. And I showed him, we were looking at your reviews online. And I was like, great. Did you look at all the good reviews? He went, no, we went straight for the bad ones. And that's what he was showing his friend. They were laughing at me because of the bad reviews. I should say, okay, average of 4.25 out of 5 on Goodreads. Okay,
Oh, wow.
Out of about 8,000 reviews.
4.25.
So, come on, that
Yeah.
ain't bad.
That 0.75. What do they know?
Yeah, no, you're right. Quick math, public
know.
math.
Public
Come on.
maths.
But he did point out, for instance, this review. I don't know if can you see that there? This is the review of one of my Owl Diaries books.
Hold on. I can't read it. Read it out to me.
It gives it 1 star. The title is I Hate This Book.
Oh,
written
beautiful.
in bold capital letters.
Beautiful.
And it's a book about 2 friends, okay? And then a third friend comes in, and at the end the 3 of them end up all being friends, okay? It's a positive story.
Yes.
Okay, for 8-year-old girls.
Yes.
She writes, oh my gosh, this is all in capitals as well. She's that livid.
She is livid.
Oh my gosh, they were best friends. Hayley ruined their friendship. I cried when I read this book. I actually did. I'm not lying.
You made her cry.
I made a girl cry.
I mean, she is so passionate with her argument. I love that she felt that was so important that she told you.
Yeah,
with a
in
1
capitals.
star in capitals,
Yeah.
angry.
Anyway,
I love that. I talking about kids and with the work you do, I obviously have obviously you don't know, you might not know, I have run a comedy club.
Obviously I know.
You know, but
You don't stop banging on about it.
because I love it. I love my club. But Butters might not know that I run a comedy club here
It's
in
very
Bury St
good,
Edmunds.
people. If you do get a chance
To come to Comedy Market.
Bury St Edmunds, you'll see Kirsty up on stage doing her stuff.
I'm doing it first Friday of every month. Thank you very much. So I'm there. So
I did that for you. Did you see that?
Beautiful. Yeah. I mean, I had to prompt you, but hey, you did it.
Come on.
Thank you.
It was heartfelt.
Caring, kind, loving.
Right.
So we enjoy my Hudsons, my people in my little tribe of 4.
Yeah,
we like
Hudson tribe.
We like to go out for breakfast. It's one of our favourite things to do as a family. We enjoy a breakfast out. Yeah, because we know how to live on the edge.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and we're out for a breakfast. Generally Saturday morning we go out for breakfast.
Skip to the end.
And so I start like doing my banter.
Doing your pants up.
Patter's the word I'm looking for.
You said I started doing my pants up. I thought, what kind of fastening do your pants have?
It's very
I
difficult.
zipped up my underpants and away we went.
That would be...
Or Velcro, noisy but fast.
You don't want either of those on any hair.
No
Velcro. No Velcro, no zips.
That is going to attach to all kinds of things.
Nothing needs to get attached in there.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm there, and I'm doing my patter. Selling my comedy night to the waitress, and they go, "Oh, it's brilliant." I
bet your family love that. They go out for a breakfast with you.
Oh, I do
and
wherever
you're just
I go.
trying to sell it
Yeah,
to the
always.
Oh, come on.
Though my son went, "Oh, Mum, you're so good at your job," right?
Oh.
And I realised in that moment, all I ever want to do is impress my 15-year-old with my skills.
Right.
He's never seen me do stand-up because I dare him.
Really?
No, he's never seen me do it. I've showed him my routine.
Okay.
But the thought of him coming and like me dying on my ass, or which can clearly happen, would destroy me. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, my boy, he didn't see me be amazing.
But he says you're amazing at your job, which coming after me saying Toby has passed on to his friends that I'm really crap at my job.
I know.
Has brought me down even further.
Yeah. Well,
also, whenever you say you do a routine, I always in my head have you doing a gymnastics routine.
I'm going to add that into my set. I'm going to add that. I really would love
Starting
to.
with a forward roll.
Oh.
Ending with a teddy bear roll.
Forward roll's a lot harder than you think.
I can still do a cartwheel.
No, you can't. We're all the pictures.
In my head, I can still do a cartwheel. Anyway, we're doing weddings again. This is weddings part 2.
Weddings
part
2. I'm just clarifying that was number 2.
Yeah, what?
In French, de.
Yeah.
Un, deux, trois.
Okay.
4, 5, 6.
Really good show of your French.
Wheat nefties. That's as far as I can go. That's it.
Okay.
No, nothing else. Oh, I do. Je m'appelle Kirsty.
Well done.
Je m'appelle.
We went to a French restaurant the other day.
Parlez-vous français? Oh, we did. Oh, it was like a...
I think even you were impressed at the end of the meal.
Oh, was I?
Excusez-moi la décision, s'il vous plaît.
Yeah, you said that. You did say that. That was good.
That's my French voice is sexy. Excusez-moi la décision, s'il vous plaît. Bonjour, madame. Il y a un café pas ici.
Why are you going so high? That's so...
Because it makes it sexy.
No.
Come on. So today we have the Butters stories.
We're bringing in the Butters.
We're bringing them in.
Don't be too good.
No. So I'm going to kick off.
Kicking off.
With a story from Zoe.
Oh. You know it's going to be good if it's from Zoe.
I know, right? Zoe says, I used to sing regularly in a chapel choir and we often sung for weddings.
Did you, Zoe?
An honour, she says. For one particular wedding, we were placed in the balcony above the congregation, giving us a bird's eye view of events. All started well and the bride made her entrance, but alas, the groom fainted.
Oh!
He then proceeded to faint 2 or 3 more times. Not ideal. A few Kit Kats, some juice, a chair and several unplanned musical interludes later, it became apparent that the only way forward was for the bride to sit on the floor with the groom's head on her lap to stop him falling when fainting.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But, she says, from above, the sight of the bride's dress billowing out to the side with the groom's head on her lap was a beautiful, tender sight which I won't forget. P.S. He got through it to the end.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But that's quite a nice thing.
It's like that's a visual metaphor
Perhaps
of
we
marriage.
should all lay down when we're getting married. Just have a little cuddle. Spooning weddings is a new thing. Spooningweddings.com. I'm going to run it. I'm going to make a lot of money.
You just have to...
Do you know you could have the whole congregation spooning?
One long row of humans attached in a spoon-like fashion.
Just one big drawer of spoons.
I love that. But that's awful if you're single and you went to a spooning wedding and you would let no one to spoon.
That's true.
You just curl up in a fetal
You could
position.
spoon the vicar. You'd be all right.
Just hop on him.
Spooning the vicar really sounds like a... Alright, did you spoon the vicar last night, did you?
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Fainting at weddings is a thing.
I know. There's like YouTube videos
of it. I believe
this
this ties in with your first story, does it?
I'm going to tell you
Let's
now.
have a look.
Let's have a look and see, shall we?
Let's see. All the excitement.
Yeah, I know. This is not from Teresa. No, this is from Teresa.
There are a lot of our butters are called Teresa. A lot of them are called Claire.
That's so weird.
And they're not the same one. So whenever we say Teresa, it's often a different Teresa.
It's often a different.
We've got two Helens. We've got a couple of Helens.
We love a Helen.
Brace of Helens.
Oh, I love a Helen.
Yeah. Couplet of Teresas. You just spat out your water. Come on,
get my mouth ready. So Teresa says, when I was younger, I was in the church choir, another choir, so sang at a few weddings. At one of them, the bride fainted.
Right.
And
what?
I love this. She fainted and wet herself.
Oh no!
at the altar. That's worse than me wet myself in Iceland.
That really is.
She wet herself at the altar.
Oh, but as she fainted, because she's fainted, you lose control of your. Well, at least it was only number one. Especially in the white dress.
That poor woman. Luckily, the congregation was set back, so didn't see the piss puddle.
Right.
And the vicar accidentally, bless the vicar, spilt a glass of water to protect her dignity.
Wow, that is quick thinking on the vicars.
Look what I've done.
I've spilt piss-smelling water everywhere.
I would definitely spoon that vicar. That is,
wouldn't you? Spoon the vicar.
I'd spoon all over him.
Say that. Oh, we need to get it together.
Love that.
So that's wow.
Love that.
But fainting,
But fainting at a wedding.
I know.
Have you ever fainted?
Yeah. I used to faint a lot.
I would have been
lot as a teenager.
I would have been so jealous of you fainting because I always wanted to faint. I've never fainted.
It is the most horrific experience.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, at least it was always for me.
What's it like?
So first, I can't see, so everything goes black. And then the place is just spinning, and you just feel like I'm either gonna poop myself, throw up, or faint. Like something big is happening here. I don't really know what. And it was always somewhere public. It was like in a pub, or I fainted at a festival, and just really embarrassing. So I was like a teenager.
Why did we faint? Why?
Well, I was a teenager. I didn't feed. I just didn't eat. I was trying to diet. I think that was mostly it. So I just won't eat for a day. Be all right.
I've never fainted.
I think some people are just susceptible. But with weddings, it's not a physical thing.
It's nerves. Is it nerves?
I think it's extreme nerves, an extreme realisation of, oh my God, this is the biggest thing that's ever happened, and it's here now, and it's there.
Wow.
All this kind of pressure, I'm guessing.
God, it really works, because when someone faints, it looks like they've died. You know what I mean? Like they just...
Oh, Matt, I've reminded me, Matt's fainted a few times.
Oh, wow.
No, it's really funny. Which story am I going to tell? Okay, so he fainted once. He got up to. It's often for blokes, it happens often in the night when they get up to go for a wee, because they're standing up to do a wee. Mm-hmm. It's something to do with the blood pressure suddenly going south.
Right.
Okay, and when you have a wee, it also lowers. Sorry, nurse people and doctors out there who I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. Something happens,
right.
And it's often quite with guys.
Mm-hmm.
But he got up to go for a wee, and then. He fainted, so I just heard this massive just bang as he just dropped like a stone. But then he managed to basically sand his forehead down on the carpet. So he's still got the scar today.
He's got carpet burnt on his head.
He's got carpet burnt on his head.
Oh, that's awful.
I know.
Oh, that's
right?
tragic. Oh, bless him.
But yeah, fainting. It's weird. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing.
Really, yeah. God. But I think quite funny sometimes, like in those, with the carpet burn, it's quite funny.
I'm sure Matt won't mind me telling people
that he had carpet burn on his head. Bless him. It's a very intelligent head. We've discussed that last week.
Yeah, absolutely. Should I go?
Well, yeah, but to say it real quick, it just made me think of something. It's not a fainting story, but we were talking about we went on a road trip once, like round Europe, and ended up in France on the way home.
Yeah,
and we went in all the bed, and Darren and I were sharing a bed, and with the kids and I talking, it's kind of sort of late. We'd got there late, and all of a sudden Darren just turns over in bed and he falls out of bed, and it was for no reason, and we still to this day have no idea how 1 minute's chatting, the next we're going, oh, you're on the floor,
he wasn't drunk or anything.
Wasn't drunk, nothing.
Wow, what adult falls out of bed? Kids don't do that.
All he could say was he overrolled. He took the roll too far.
He did, yeah.
And ended up
on the
floor.
Half a roll too far. Wow.
Love that moment in my life.
Oh dear. Yeah. Husbands, eh?
What they like.
Yeah. So Marion says, I have a good friend who stood her long-term boyfriend up at the altar.
Right.
Ooh. Was left in the car and said, was in the car. She was in the car and said, sod it, I can't do this. And so she went to the seaside instead. I think it was Whitstable. The guests were left waiting at the church, the flowers, the party, everything grew, all waiting. God. And she popped out literally at the last moment.
Did she not come back?
No. She went to Whitstable.
She went to Whitstable. She went, bugger this.
Again sounds like a euphemism.
Yeah.
I used to live in Whitstable.
She didn't live close to Whitstable. She just went... Oh,
yeah,
what I need to do now.
The wedding was in Dorset.
Yeah.
She just thought, you know what?
I'm going to Whitstable.
I need to be in Whitstable. I think But firstly, read out your next story, and then I'm going to make that point.
We just have to talk about this a bit more.
Yeah, but I do. I think you've got another one coming up.
Okay.
See how I've lattice effected? I've just done a lattice effect of the stories, so they all intertwine. In a beautiful way. Beautiful.
So my sister, says Charlotte, went all the way to Hong Kong for a wedding that was called off.
Oh, man.
The wedding was all paid for, and she'd booked her flights, so they all went out and had the reception anyway.
You'd have to, really, if you're going to Hong Kong.
Yes, you would if
it was
going to Hong
abroad
Kong.
Holiday.
I wonder why it was called off. Charlotte, let us know if you know why it was called off.
Right, but that's great. But again, see, I think this ties into there is so much pressure on that one day, so much money,
right?
So much
People
time that has gone into it. And actually, wouldn't it be better if all weddings we had a limit? Yes. Right, no wedding can cost more than
£5.50.
£3 grand. I was going to give it £3 grand, maybe £5. But no, that is a cap.
Like legal. Yeah.
It's a legal. I'm going to legislate for that, if I could say it. Right? Because then you know that if otherwise, right, if you spend a lot of money on your wedding, there is a chance that you're just turning up to see it through because frankly there's now no backing out. Whereas if you don't spend a lot, the fact that you turn up and go through with it means more because it means you genuinely want to be there.
Yeah.
You're not just thinking, this is 50 grand. My parents have gone into debt. We've gone into debt. So many people have travelled out here to Barbados.
Yeah.
I've literally got to go through with it now. And I've had that feeling for the last 6 months. A shoestring wedding and you're really there because you want to be there.
Location weddings. What do you think?
Well, I think firstly you need to put more credence into the point I just made because that was quite a thing right there. Do you not think?
Oh, Rebecca, that point. That's life changing. That point is going to. Well, I mean, you put legislation in there.
You got to say that. It's what you always sound drunk saying. Legislation.
I know. You know, I mean, there was so many points in that. You know, that's beautiful. Yeah, I do think we have got to start looking at it. But do we want to take people's choice away? If they've got loads of money,
I'm not actually gonna, put that through as a law.
Oh, you wanted me to make
when I become queen of the world.
You wanted me to make more points. I start making more points, and you say,
but I wanted you to say more points that made me look good. That agreed. I never want you to disagree.
Well done, Rebecca Elliott. Well done. Good point.
Thank you very much, Kirsty. So this is from Lizzie, who says, my sister tells a good story about a mother of the groom speech. We haven't even talked about speeches yet. A mother of the groom speech that, amongst other things, referred to this girl her son was marrying, and the line, even this morning I sat down and asked my son if this is something he really wanted to do.
Oh, Lizzie! Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Oh,
she actually said that publicly, like,
yeah.
Is she
even
right?
This morning I wasn't sure I wanted him to marry her, and I asked him.
Oh.
Can't say
is she the right one for you? Because I'm not sure. I mean, that's life. That's life.
Right. I mean, it's good that he said yes, but now we all know that you were really not sure.
Love
as
that.
The mother.
Have you ever been to a wedding where you're like, oh,
what, with the speeches?
No, with them who they're marrying.
Should I can't say, can I? But
yes.
No, I don't. No,
you can, because that make all your friends go, is it me? Like, is that? Oh.
No, I don't think so. And I've been to weddings with people that have since split up. And I just think every time, obviously anyone splitting up is horrible. But if you don't see people that often, so kind of, you think, well, the last time I saw you was at your wedding. That kind of, that kind of relationship. And then you hit this split up, you just think, oh, the last time I saw you, you were just so happy. Yeah. And it was all about you two. And then you just hear
it's a shame when they don't work out.
It's just awful.
I mean, it's good.
I'm an optimist with relationships. Totally. I think they're all going to work out.
Totally.
I'm just gutted when they don't.
It's great if that's more healthier for the both of them. You know, that's great. Cause
yeah, no, totally. Absolutely. I'm not. Stuff doesn't work out. That's fine. But when the last time you've seen them is when they've looked so loved up and so beautiful together. And
like it's sad when a love story ends. It's sad, you know.
It is.
And some do end, and that's you know. But I know what you mean. Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Have you ever been to a wedding when you thought, I'll give it a year?
Of course. Yeah. No. Never. Yeah. No. No.
Not even your own. I'll give it a year.
Do you know, to be fair, honestly, the state of our relationship, I probably did not think it. There was probably a little bit in my head, even though I loved him very much. We argued a lot. I was not pleasant in the beginning of our marriage. Mm-hmm. I was very like, what, in my own way?
Right.
My way or the highway, all that kind of business. I sort of struggled with the whole partnership thing that, you know, he had as much right in our marriage as I did.
Right.
Luckily, Darren...
We have similar problems with our relationship, don't we? You struggle with this.
I struggle with that.
Partnership.
You know, luckily Darren's really easy going, but at that point he also quite challenges me and stuff. And so,
right.
So I did think, and also we were moving to the States within a year of our marriage. We moved to the States, so all of that. So I did think, I think we'll do another one on marriage, but I think that's a really good point. That I think the early days of marriage are normally difficult because you're finding your place with each other. You're just working it all out. Unless you've lived together for years, I guess that's different. But you know, when you get married young and all that, you're finding your place. Yeah.
But the thing is that we're fed this story in the rom-coms and the Hollywood kind of version that the wedding is the happy ending. The wedding is that's why we put in, you know, all this time and all this effort and all this money.
That is just the beginning.
Because the wedding is the wedding's the freaking beginning. Absolutely.
It really
Which is akin to when you're pregnant, spending all your time on your birth plan, when actually you've got to worry about being a parent, because that's the thing. Like, that's a day that'll sort itself out.
No,
the wedding will sort itself. It will go how it goes, and it'll be great, and it'll be whatever. But the rest of your life is the kind of thing that you need to.
Yeah, I suppose I
sound really preachy. I didn't mean to.
No, I think it's right. I think definitely. Like that, the first year of our marriage. I mean, I think actually us being in the States by ourselves was actually, although I've missed my support network, my friends and my family,
right,
it actually bonded us in a way that was quite beautiful. Like we had our son out there, and so we were very alone in that as well. So it's given us, you know, I mean, but Darren, you know, I joked about wanting a carer last week, you know, like, or a PA, someone to help me in some ways. Darren very much is my carer. Like, if I lose things, he'll make sure I find them. It's one of the reasons I married him, because he looks after me so well, you know, like I am. And I mean, I take care of him sometimes. You know, no, he's a beautiful human.
It's a partnership, isn't it, Kirsty? It's a partnership. It's your turn.
Miranda talks about, oh, bless her, who hasn't done this? I threw up in the car on my way to the cousin's wedding when I was a bridesmaid. I remember none of this. Love that. So I'm presuming Miranda.
She doesn't remember it.
I'm presuming, Miranda, that it was then alcohol induced.
I don't. I think she would have been a kid.
Oh, or a kid. That makes sense. Yeah. No, I mean, I hope you weren't a drunk child. That would have been.
No, that would have been
kind of tragic.
On numerous levels.
So, oh, bless you, Miranda.
But also, the thing is, if that happens on a wedding day, again, that's going to be remembered forever by everyone. Do you remember when you threw up at a wedding? Do you remember that? Yeah. No, I don't want to remember that. Please, can we stop bringing that up? You know? My sister-in-law Helen. So this is a bit sad, but there's a funny bit as well. Matt's mum, Sally, was dying of breast cancer, and my sister-in-law Helen was going to get married, and they brought the wedding forward to try and get it done before Sally passed.
Always basically a nice thing to do if you can, I imagine.
So a really hard time and all of that. And basically the wedding was in, I think, January, and Sally passed away at the end of December. So she didn't make it to the wedding. Right. So obviously, it was a beautiful wedding, but obviously tinged with this kind of like, mother of the bride should be here. Helen wrote in and said all of that, and then said, I remember I had the feeling all night that Mum was there, just in the other room.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Which is lovely.
Yeah,
I did have that feeling. Yeah.
I felt very much that with my dad at my wedding.
Right.
Like, I really felt his presence. And but that's beautiful. And I think,
there is that thing with death, isn't it? It feels like they're just in the other room. But that's not when you feel that close, they're really close.
But I think death, probably that is don't cry for me at home, don't cry for me, I'm just in the other, not just in the other room, but I'm somewhere.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
There's a famous poem, not famous, but a poem about death that says, don't cry for me when I'm gone because I'm just to the other side, or something like that.
Right.
I think we see death as a huge separation, but potentially maybe it isn't. Yeah. Maybe it is that beautiful.
And there was a strong feeling that she was still there, which is why they still went ahead with it in January.
Because they felt that, yeah. But how wonderful that she felt her mum there. I know.
But also, she says, well, we took her quite poorly mum shopping to choose her outfit. So this was in December.
So they had that nice experience.
Yeah, so they had that. She's wheeling her around in the wheelchair. She was telling the Debenham sales assistant how she'd seen the perfect, this is her mum, she was telling the Debenham sales assistant how she'd seen the perfect outfit for her daughter's wedding in Anne Summers.
Oh, I love that. That's
a
beautiful
look
memory.
of horror crossed the sales assistant's face, and I crumbled in laughter/tears, one of those emotional days where the smallest thing, funny or sad, sets you off and you're laughing and crying. As we wheeled her off, I pulled myself together and gave a side comment to the sales assistant of Anne Harvey. Anne Harvey. Don't worry, I haven't taken her shopping in Anne Summers.
I love that. That is beautiful,
lovely?
Helen. That is a really lovely, lovely message. I love that.
I bet someone has gone to a wedding with an outfit from Anne Summers.
Oh, I imagine. I love that. She said so proudly. Anne Summers, that's where I got it from. Love that. Love it. This one is from Rico, which starts off so strong. The bride.
Does it go downhill?
I'll let you be
You
the
haven't
judge.
read past the beginning.
I love the beginning.
Yeah.
I love the beginning so much. I won't. That's it. I love it.
Yeah.
Rico says the bride was clearly marrying beneath her bottom. I've gone. Sorry, Rico. I just got excited about the word
Just
bottom.
made coke come out my nose.
When they're too fast, I got to bottom too quickly. I got to the bottom.
So often the way.
Rico says the bride. Hold on. Put myself together. The bride was clearly marrying beneath her. It's actually. I think it's actually the way Rico's written this. It's not me.
The bride was clearly marrying beneath her. Full stop.
But he hasn't put a full stop though. I think she needs a comma there.
Okay,
Right.
fine.
Sorry,
Rico,
Rico.
can you sort out your punctuation next time? Because Kirsty can't process it.
Or just get a better person to read it, because it's clearly me. The bride was clearly marrying beneath her to a bottom feeder.
Hey, there we
Boom.
go. Nice.
So I love that bottom feeder, that unpleasant man. A man who later turned out to be a rather nasty individual. Mm-hmm. The meal took place in a function room on the side of what was effectively a roadside diner.
So it's happening in a Little Chef.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Windows around the room ensured that travellers feasting on all-day breakfast could amuse themselves by ogling all the people who had dressed up for the day.
Brilliant.
The band later on was a very, very heavy metal group.
Really?
Who frightened many guests away. Rico, you have not disappointed. But the speech. The best man told a variety of poorly placed gags, but the best moment was when he happily describes how he had dated the bride before his buddy had got there. I had a first mate. Love that. He said without shame that the groom was getting sloppy seconds.
Oh my God.
Nobody knew where to look.
No, you wouldn't.
Suffice to say, it was a short-lived marriage.
Right.
Oh, Rico, that's beautiful.
Oh, no.
Love
really?
that.
The best man said, I've dated her before, and he's getting sloppy
He
seconds.
actually used the word sloppy seconds.
do
That
that.
is just
Now,
beautiful.
the best wedding speeches are a joy.
Right.
An absolute joy. And
Uh-huh.
I've seen a fair few of them. They're not too long either,
Right.
frankly.
Yeah.
But the worst wedding speeches, when they're bad, they're really bad. Like, super bad.
Yeah.
Right? Just,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
And of wedding speeches that have gone on for like 50, 60 minutes per speech. I've been to weddings like that.
No way.
Oh, they're crazy times.
That's
Like,
just so awful.
but it's the phrase, give a man a microphone, isn't it? And they'll just go on forever.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, when I see my heart sinks when the best man gets up with props and a PowerPoint.
Oh, no one needs a PowerPoint.
You know, and he spends 15 minutes trying to sort out the PowerPoint. So he's getting angry, he's getting nervous.
I do love a joke in a way. I do love a funny wedding speech, though.
Oh yeah, that's what was that like?
Yeah.
Great wedding speech, like absolute joy, lovely.
Like, I just that letter's really made me laugh in my head quite a lot. I love that. I love that it was in a roadside diner as well.
I know.
Old equivalent to like a road. I think that's hilarious.
Brilliant.
Don't Laugh But is brought to you by Kirsty Hudson and Rebecca Elliott, two women talking, and to a lesser extent, listening to each other for your amusement.
Well, I've got a slightly disturbing one here that my mum might not forgive me for. My sister Sam has written in. She got married earlier this year. It was a lovely wedding, beautiful
but
wedding.
she can blame Sam for this, not you. So.
Oh yeah, Sam's fault, Mum.
Yep.
Siblings. We're trying to get the other one into trouble.
Absolutely.
Sam says, my funny wedding story was me rather drunk touching up Mum's bottom at my wedding, thinking it was Kevin.
Oh, I love that.
She says, just gently, they just swapped places. She said, I apologise. And Mum replied, oh, no problem. I thought you were Graham.
Oh,
My dad.
I love that.
She was equally sloshed.
Oh, I love that. At least it was a soft, gentle touch. And there was no squeezing.
Sorry, I thought you were Kevin. That's all right. I thought you were Graham.
Oh, that's lovely.
I know. Thanks for that, Sam. Mum's going to love that.
Thank you, Sam. That's a laugh out loud moment. Isn't it?
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
I've got one here from Teresa. How stupid are top tables? ? Exclamation mark.
They are stupid.
When I got married, our top table was on the other side of the room to the other tables.
Oh.
I was sat next to Neil, I presume my husband.
I love that she's pissed off about that.
Yeah.
I was sat next to bloody Neil.
Yeah, and my dad. Gonna say, my dad spent the mealtime talking to Neil's mum, who was next to him, and Neil spent it talking to my mum, who was next to him.
Oh.
She was ignored. That's what I'm getting there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the problem.
She does. She stresses this. No one was talking to me.
Right.
And I
All right.
was the bride.
Wow, you really hammed it up for that reading, didn't you?
Ham
That
up.
was a dramatic reading.
Yeah, I'm taking the emotion out. That's what you do. You take the emotion and you feed it to the listeners.
Thank you for that lesson.
I was very jealous of all the tables with our friends who were all on laughing and having a great time. I'm with you.
I'm with you. This is why we had the buffet at our wedding. You can just walk around.
Can we actually just call it what it is? It's a buffet.
It's a buffet.
Not a buffet. I'm having another almond. Do you say almond?
No, I was going back to say.
Do you say almond or almond? I think I say almond, but I think that's wrong.
Almond.
Yeah, I think I say it wrong.
Mark Almond. That's why we had a buffet. Going back to this.
Okay.
At our wedding, so that you could walk around, you can mingle. Because that is the bad thing about a wedding. You get all these people coming in, you think, I haven't spoken enough to any of them. But let alone, you don't want to be stuck on the top table.
No.
You want to be mingling.
Mingle.
Did you mingle?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I did. I loved mingle.
Did you have a top table is what I'm asking?
No, I didn't have I had a reception back at my house.
Oh, okay, fine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Okay, Matthew, not my Matthew.
No.
Says, my mum, dad and two sisters, this is memory, my mum, my dad, two sisters, going the wrong way down the M11 on the way from the church to the reception and missing the canapés and photographs.
Oh!
I know his priorities there. Never mind the fact that they nearly died, they missed the canapés.
Yeah, but we know. I know, but we know that that's wedding no man's land. So.
Oh, that bit there.
Yeah, that's the
canapé
bit.
That is the no man's
it's
land.
fine that they were near death
Yeah.
during that, because who wants to be there?
Right.
I think some of us might want to be near death regarding.
Yeah, it's like a near-death experience, isn't it?
Yeah, but I love that he was passionately
Playing oversized Jenga.
Yeah.
I don't want to play oversized Jenga, Kirsty. You can't make me.
Oh, I'm bringing it in next time. No, I won't. Because I imagine the blocks are quite heavy to lift.
Yeah, nobody really enjoys Jenga.
And also, they fall over. It's going to somehow somewhere. I mean, that's a health and safety issue.
My mother-in-law used to, after every meal, this is before we had like kids, like she had grandkids, used to always suggest, and she was a delightful woman.
Yeah.
But she did always suggest, should we play Jenga after any like Sunday lunch or whatever? And every time we were like, no, why? No.
No, you're fine.
No.
It's good.
But now I feel bad that she's not here anymore, and I never did play Jenga with her.
Oh, that you have Jenga regret.
Should we play Jenga? Should we say, let's get Jenga out. No.
Oh.
No, we're a bunch of adults. That's not going to happen.
Bless her with her love of Jenga. That's beautiful.
Very good at Scrabble, though.
Was she good at Scrabble?
Yeah, very good at Scrabble.
Oh, see, I love my mum and Joe, my mum's husband. They play Scrabble. He's very good at it, but he'll cheat. But he's very good, and they play often, and he's really hard to beat.
Me and my brother once played Scrabble 24 hours non-stop.
No way.
Oh yeah, we just sit and get a game out, and that's happy days. Unemployed days is what that is.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So one of my bridesmaids, says Zoe, turned up with blue hair. Blue hair. I've gone to a wedding with blue hair, sorry.
I bet that was by choice, and I bet this wasn't.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. The hair on top of her head had suffered bear with me. A disastrous highlighting session the evening before.
Oh no. Can you imagine the evening before your bridesmaid? Your hair goes blue.
Now, Zoe tries not to be too precious in life.
Yeah.
She's not a diva. But blue wasn't exactly part of the colour scheme.
No.
So I had a very early glass of Prosecco. Only thing for it for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Zoe. That is the only thing to do. Get drunk. Do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Have that Prosecco. Enjoy that blue hair. Bless
Exactly.
you. Bless you for being so kind and considerate in that moment.
I dyed my hair the day before my cousin's...
Always a mistake.
Sorry, my nephew's christening. And it went grey. Like, not proper...
Not nice grey.
Proper grey.
Oh.
And I wept. I did.
Oh.
Then I managed to just dye it dark brown in the end.
Yeah.
And it was
Thank
dull,
goodness.
but normal.
Yeah.
You know? And God forbid we should be anything but dull and normal. That's all I've ever been. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with my lot. Dull and normal, but happy.
Yeah.
Not happy.
But dull.
Numb.
Yeah. It's just a blanket.
That's all we can aim at.
Just a blanket of grey.
That's the best
Beautiful.
it's gonna get.
Beautiful.
I love this. Is a very short but sweet one. Helen says, different Helen. I made my own wedding dress. It had 2 left sleeves. Nobody noticed. Now,
love that.
Now, my first thought there, right, is so she's saying that the right sleeve she'd actually attached like a left blueprint. You know, what's it called? Like it had the wrong pattern. Thank you. She'd copied over the left sleeve. I don't know about sewing, and she'd copied over and done. But now I'm thinking, does she mean that it had a right sleeve and a left sleeve and then another left sleeve just hanging off like the armpit?
It's a question I can't answer because I didn't even realise there was a right sleeve and a left sleeve.
Exactly. So I was a bit bewildered by that. Like, who would notice that?
I'll tell you who can answer
but you would notice if there was like this weird kind of snaking second left arm.
Beautiful. I'll tell you who can answer that.
Who can answer that?
My Auntie Linda.
Can she?
Yeah. She's very good at sewing.
Auntie Linda. What would we do without her? I love you, Auntie Linda.
Got our second Teresa story. The church had a power cut. If there does anyone know a reason why these two can't wed, God decided to flash the lights dramatically. Bit unnerving, but we're still together. That's beautiful. It's her wedding. So
great timing.
Does anyone have a reason?
Is there any
God's going, think so. Love that.
Wow.
But they've got through it.
Which reminds me of the song,
beautiful.
Right? Firstly, that moment when it's like, is anyone here know of any reason why these two... That silence there. Oh, you can feel like the power of 100 sphincters clenching.
I know.
Like, don't fart.
I know.
Don't cough.
But you know what?
Don't make a noise.
I know. And I think someone's got in trouble for actually saying, yep, I do, and joking. I think you can get... Because I think it's a legal requirement in a wedding.
I think it is, yeah.
Oh, what is it?
Shut up.
I didn't like the cackle that my throat made of that.
No.
The phlegmy cackle.
When you were cackling at me. I don't care. But it also reminds me of the song. There's a soul song. I can't remember who it's by.
John Legend?
No, old proper music. Going back.
John Legend is
shut up about John Legend. Fine, everyone loves John Legend. That's not interesting, is it? I love John Legend.
No, but I love him.
Everyone does. Oh, please.
I love him. He's beautiful. Yeah, go on.
There is an old soul song called It Could Have Been Me.
Oh, it could have been me. Yeah,
exactly. But you've got the setup. It's like, and the congregation sat down. And they're all ready. And it's just like, he asks, has anyone here got any problems? And she's like, I shouted. Yeah, should have been me.
Oh, I would so love that to happen at a wedding.
That's rude.
There's
somebody call the police. That woman down there is a doggone thief.
I would have loved that. Wouldn't that be great?
You are destroying this person's wedding. You're trying to call the police on the bride. So many levels.
Okay,
do you have something else there?
Excuse me. Can you cut this bell?
No.
Yeah, of course I do.
I've only got one more.
I've got a plethora. Claire, she went to a wedding at a reception in a hotel.
Right.
It was a beautiful room, great music, amazing food, free drink. Me and my mate were in our element.
Right.
I love this story.
Okay.
Made friends with a few girls, looked around, realised we didn't know anyone. Not even the bride and groom. Turns out the venue had 2 weddings. So we bowed out gracefully, found the actual wedding that we needed to be at. No free drinks. Shit, DJ. Only one thing left to do. Return to the other wedding reception. I love that they had the confidence to do that.
Oh,
we rejoined our new friends on the dance floor and avoided the bride and groom all night. Win-win. That is a brilliant story, Claire. Good job. Lovely. Well done.
Love that. I'd love to crash a wedding.
Oh.
No one would know.
No, I really would love to do that too. And especially one with a free bar. Who doesn't love a free bar?
We should do that. Me and you should just rock up at one of the big venues around here, wedding function venues of a Saturday.
I mean, who doesn't want us?
Just for the evening.
Who doesn't want us at a wedding?
Just turn up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Make up some story. Oh, come on.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And I just love that they just went, nah, this is boring, I'm going to another one. I just
Our
think,
mates
wow.
wedding's crap. Let's go back to the strangers.
That's beautiful.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Right?
I'll tell you about Ro.
Yeah.
Ro says, my dad's speech went on for a mere 49 minutes.
Oh, you see?
Talked about this.
Bless him.
It was bloody funny, though.
Good.
He also got me confused with my sister halfway through. Love that. Good work, Dad. Standard performance. Brilliant.
Standard.
Love it.
Wow. So he's talking about his daughter's getting married and then accidentally mixes her up.
I know. Oh, I love
that.
Beautiful. These are great stories, guys. Well done.
Dads.
I've got a couple more. You want me to continue?
Yeah, how come you've got loads?
Because I do them better.
I don't think you do.
This is a story from Lauren.
Is it?
Our friend Lauren.
Lovely.
Lovely Lauren. As a toddler bridesmaid, I walked, I'm going to say she toddled, down the aisle with my posy, over my shoulder and my thumb in my mouth. Midway through my lovely auntie's nuptials, I shouted, Daddy, I need a wee. I went on to pee outside the church.
Oh, really?
Sadly, I didn't do the same at my own wedding. I stayed in the church and actually said I do. Happily divorced, 10 years on. Love it. Go, Lauren. I love that you just thought, if only I had a wee. Yeah. Instead of saying I do. Oh, I love that. Beautiful,
there
Lauren.
must be
Hilarious.
countless tales as well of little kid bridesmaids.
Oh, brilliant.
Just pooping themselves and stuff. That's because that's a risky element, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. I love it for the little bride and groom start fighting or they start kissing or something. It's hilarious.
Out, swear in the middle. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
That's got to happen a lot.
Sometimes I still suck my thumb now, you know.
No, why?
I like the feel of it.
Well, if you like the feel of something, it's all right for me. It's a good enough reason to do it.
Yeah. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to have a cup
Don't wear an adult nappy at the same time, do you?
No. But when I was little, I used to have a cup of tea. I always drank tea as a kid. That's weird, isn't it?
You were doing the adult stuff when you were a kid, and now you're doing the kid stuff as an adult.
I'm like Benjamin Button.
You are?
Yeah.
You came out going, good afternoon, mother, and have a cup of tea, and now you're all sucking your thumb and weeing yourself in Iceland.
No, but I used to have a cup of tea and suck my thumb and twizzle. I called it twizzle, the back of my hair like that, right?
Oh.
So I had a big matted rat's nest. I mean, it's not much different now.
No, it's
but
really
the back
not.
of my hair. And
Right.
I still love. Like, if I'm tired, my thumb will be in my mouth.
Oh, that's yucky.
Oh.
Let's move on. Okay, so this is a lovely story. And I come out of it well.
Oh, beautiful. Well, my last story's got the word nipples in it, so
We'll save that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Go on.
Marion, my sister-in-law,
Right.
says, it's quite sweet, this. I don't know if I'll get through the whole, but we'll see. 15 years ago, a guy went out to Paraguay, South America, to work in a children's home for 2 months. She's talking about my brother.
Oh.
He painted the children's home in funky designs and colours and taught the little kiddos drums. He decided to stay so he could help out more and also paint murals in schools for the poorest and most needy areas of the country. There he met another nutty Brit, and they worked together. They laughed a lot. They travelled all over the country a lot. Then they fell in love, and he asked her to marry him.
Oh.
They decided to get married in Paraguay. He missed his family, though. He missed his little sister.
Oh.
She decided to surprise him by coming all that way to his wedding. She travelled alone, even though she didn't have the lingo. And I should add, it's just like really crap at travelling.
Mm-hmm.
She left what was most precious to her at home, Clemmy.
Oh.
What she doesn't know is that the day she arrived, after her 3 flights and 20 hours of travelling, and we'd got Jay to the airport without him knowing it was his sister arriving.
Oh.
He looked across the tarmac as she got off the small plane in a tiny airport, and he welled up and said, "That looks like Beck." His dad handed him the binoculars. Tears streamed down his face. It is Beck!
Oh.
But he still tells this story of how much it meant to him that she came all that way just for his wedding day, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Beautiful.
I thought that was very well written.
That is a beautiful
And also,
story.
you see, I mean, I am an absolute... but occasionally, one time, I did something nice.
Oh, and you decided to tell everyone. No, in fairness,
No,
Marion.
I'll cut that out. I'll cut that out.
That's
I'll
a
cut
beautiful-
that. But it was nicely written.
No, don't cut that story out.
I think I should.
No.
Yeah,
don't.
now I've read it out loud, I feel like a knob.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Thank you, Marion, for writing that.
It's
It was
about family
really,
and the love
really
of
lovely.
family. No,
Exactly.
don't cut it out. It's a beautiful one. So Jane, right? Jane went to a wedding where the father of the bride did his speech and then said, "You never really know who you're married to anyway," as his wife had just run off with his cousin.
Oh.
Was just about...
Oh, so it was a bitter speech from someone whose marriage has just gone tits
You
up.
never really know who you're married to anyway. Do you know what I mean?
You want to hear in a
No.
speech.
His daughters as well. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Because his wife had just run off with his cousin. Hold on.
Oh.
Was just about topped off by the head bridesmaid and her sister of the bride, changing from the pink fright that she'd been dressed up into in a powder blue spray-on catsuit that showed everything, nipples and landing strip, as she'd gone commando. So they could see the shape.
Really? They did a change?
They went from lovely pink, beautiful dress
Yeah.
into a catsuit.
Wow.
That was
very
so
tight.
that you could see
Nothing was left to the imagination.
all of the joy of a woman's body in that moment.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to see that?
No.
But maybe not at a wedding.
I know,
Maybe
right?
not.
your
Especially after the
feelings?
father
Go on.
has just said how terrifying getting married is.
You don't really know who you're marrying.
He could be a bugger.
Have a look at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your feelings
love
on the
that.
term landing strip?
Well, I mean, I find it weird when we talk about our bits in any other way than vagina and penis.
When we do, that's
You and I mean, we
when
as...
me and you have these lengthy discussions on our bits.
Yeah. No,
okay.
I find it strange when anyone calls it anything but the vagina and the penis.
Oh, shush!
Because
I don't know
but
that.
that's what
I
they're called.
don't
But
like
that's what
it.
they're anatomically known as. And I... That's a fact.
That is sexy talk right there. Darren, that's what they're anatomically known as. Yeah, but I asked for pillow talk.
I'm just saying. And also, I think this is a serious point, right?
Yes, I know.
About grooming, that if you should call to your children, you should call them the anatomically correct name.
Yes.
Because of all grooming stuff that could happen,
Yeah.
you know, like it is strange. I mean, we don't call any other part. We don't call your elbow your noo-noo or anything like that, do
No.
you? Noo-noo. What is a noo-noo?
This is, I've got one here that's from an anonymous lady, and this kind of goes back to what we were saying last week about there being so much pressure put on one day, and if you wake up feeling a bit crap, as human beings do tend to do sometimes, then that feels like it's almost the whole day ruined. Of course it's not, because you're still getting married. That's the main thing. It's not the wedding, it's the fact that you're getting married. But this is an extreme case. I had not only the stomach flu on our wedding day, but dual ear infections and pink eye in both eyes. My doctor gave me painkillers and strong antibiotics the night before. I was so sedated, my uncle had to carry me from the car to the bridal room to get ready. Somehow my bridesmaids made me presentable. My father held me up as we dared walking down the aisle. Oh, bless her. During our vows, I suddenly knew I was going to have diarrhea, like the sort that is audible long before it escapes. In my out of it state, leaving the house that morning, I had forgotten my undergarments. And became terrified I would shit myself bare-legged in my knee-length white dress in front of loads of family and friends.
No.
This did not happen. Praise the sweet Lord.
Oh.
But I spent my wedding night expelling my insides from both ends. Not
horrendous.
sexy. Oh no. Bless her. Wow. That's a hell of a wedding day.
Love that. Weddings. All all of it, every part of it. Do it or don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we've covered all of that.
I know.
We've done it well.
Oh, I think so.
Oh, well, I do think the butters, I mean, they've added such a level of joy
Do
to
you think
it.
they were better than us?
I'm not having that either, so
Oh,
let's not do
come
it.
on,
But
come
no,
on.
they did well.
Right, do you...
They have not disappointed.
What's your whole of joy or whatever it's called?
Oh, my...
This is a new feature of Kirsty's.
Yeah. Yeah.
That she's titled, drum roll.
Is Whole of Joy. No.
No, it wasn't.
What is it?
It was a lovely hole in the
Oh,
end.
thank you. Yeah, see? That's how good a name
Lovely
is.
hole. It's a whole lot of lovely.
Yeah, lovely. Edit out a bit out. We're going to go. And welcome back to Lovely Hole. A whole lot of lovely. I just love that's how. So my lovely hole this week is it's a beautiful.
It's never going to work.
It's a warm place to be. Is I won a comedy competition this week.
You did win a comedy competition.
Woo! Never. I
was very proud.
Yeah,
genuinely.
Not a lover. It's a great little club. Never really been a fan of competitions because I realised
you don't know until you won one.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now you love them.
Yeah, I hated them. I lost everyone.
Yeah.
Did it for the gig experience, and won, and it was just a joy to win. Let me tell you, winning's great.
It was fantastic.
I'm a lover of winning now. I feel like a winner.
I was very proud. Also, I prayed very hard that you were going to win, so I think you can thank me and God a little bit.
I mean, that's the only reason. That is the only.
It's none of your skills. So
it's good.
You know what I mean?
So that was my lovely, and all the other comics were lush, and it was just a lovely night. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, really good.
Good for you.
Did that. Done.
What was the only other thing you've ever won?
Oh, John Wayne competition. I didn't won by doing an impression of John Wayne saying "Get off my horse and drink your milk."
Can you do it now for us?
Yeah, you see, it's better when you see a person because I do the legs. It's the legs that won it.
Right.
So I'm like, get off your horse and drink your milk. Right.
Yeah, okay.
I do that in a more slow. Get off your horse and drink your milk.
Why are you doing it in a Welsh accent?
Because he actually grew up. So
okay, fine.
An unknown fact. He grew up in Cardiff. And I do.
Do you do the walk?
I do the walk.
I can do a walking impression of Jar Jar Binks, which I'll show you one time.
I look forward to that.
Thanks.
With bated breath. So I did that, and I won a Milky Way for that, right?
Yeah.
The runner-up won a Mars bar.
Oh.
I don't think that's the natural order of things.
That is a
That
topsy-turvy world of confectionery right there.
Should have been mine. Yeah. And
It should have been me.
Exactly. I should have sung that. The last time I did win, I think, was 1982. So I think, or maybe 86. So I think it probably was overdue that I actually did win something.
Why 82 or 86?
Can't remember what year it was now. I put it on Facebook.
No, I know,
Check my
but normally
Facebook page.
someone would go, it's neither 82 or 83. They wouldn't jump up 4 years.
Yeah, that's how my memory works.
No,
I
really? You just remember one thing every 4 years. So it could have been in one of those two.
Yes, absolutely.
I remember nothing twixt them.
Nothing betwixt those times.
Okay.
Yeah, I lose vast amount of years.
My lovely moment this week was my son.
Oh, no. It's not your lovely moment. It's your lovely hole.
My lovely hole
Yeah.
this week.
A whole lot of lovely.
Yeah, a whole lot of lovely. Was my youngest son Benjamin's parents' evening.
Right.
Which was lovely. He was very, very scared beforehand.
Yes.
When he broke down on the way, it went, sometimes I talk at carpet time. That was very cute.
He was worried about
But it was great. It was all good. But, frankly, sod maths and literacy. I want my kids to be entertaining. Right? That's the main thing.
All that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the teacher said all this nice stuff, but then she said, he's really funny. I said, well, I know. She said, for example, today we were doing a science experiment where they were putting a little bit of metal into different liquids. So you put it in Coke, see what happens. Right. You put it in water, see what happens. They leave it for a few days, see if it rusts quicker, whatever. Sure. And then she asks the class, right, we're going to put it in iron brew. What do you think will happen then? And Benji, quick as a button, comes out with, I think it'll start talking in a Scottish accent.
That is beautiful.
My 7-year-old.
I was going to say, let's just say he's 7. That is sharp, funny. Auntie Linda wrote, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, Auntie Linda, come on.
Yeah.
I think we should have Auntie Linda corner.
Oh, I think an Auntie Linda corner would be beautiful.
What wisdom has she come out with?
Oh, well, she has, plethora of knowledge.
You've used plethora twice already. Think of a new word.
It's a big word. She said, well, don't laugh, but I don't know whether you heard it, but this is what happened at Saren's, my sister's wedding. Lucy, her granddaughter, was sitting on her granddad's lap, my Uncle Terry, All was quiet and Sarah and Dave, my sister's husband.
Oh, can you draw a family tree? Good Lord.
But they exchanged vows. Then parumpa pum pum, the loudest, most musical fart erupts from Lucy's bottom. People from 3 rows around them turned an accusing look at Terry, who quietly pointed to Lucy. Wasn't me, it was her.
Brilliant.
Silently protesting his innocence. 2 men in front of him totally lost it and spent the rest of the service trying to stifle their laughter and tears rolling down their faces.
Wow.
And shoulders shaking. All this was outside. I dread to think how many would have heard in a church where it would have echoed. I don't think Chris... Oh, no, that was my cousins. She said, I don't think they'll mind you sharing that story. Probably should have checked before She did say you might like to check. Sorry. It's done. I haven't checked because my cousin
hang on,
Chris
was it the
does
little
listen.
girl who
The little girl farted.
I love that your Auntie Linda, as a writer, I appreciate this, that she found a way to really descriptively, with words, describe the sound of a fart. Do it again.
Pa, ruppa pum pum.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's in a Christmas song, isn't
Yeah.
it? Oh, I'm never going to sing that with a straight face again.
I think that was...
Pa, rumpa, pum, pum.
No. All right, people, we love you. Goodbye. Take care.
Well, have a fantastic week. And, write nice reviews. Send us messages, even if it's just for our ears. Because
subscribe.
Subscribe, you idiots. It's nice to know that, if we put this out, it's nice to know that people liked it, isn't it?
It is.
Kirst? It's quite a nice feeling.
Nice. Yeah,
it's really nice feeling.
Just tell us you liked it.
Have a wonderful week. Just
have a beautiful,
amazing,
beautiful week.
Absolutely.
And don't forget your lovely whole moments.
Absolutely.
Love you guys.
God bless.
Bye.
Bye.
Rebecca and Kirsty will be back next week to once again audibly spoon you with their firm yet malleable twatterings.